season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might have considered that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 90 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. White. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now White. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Trying the left side with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. White. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now White. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see him take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we're tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive. Number 25 for him on the year. And he'll look to keep it rolling. First down. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, White. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary at time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
The play fake, now White.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
To throw again on second down. White. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. From the shotgun, here's White.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Back to the air on second down. White. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
White looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw again.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough away.
Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's White. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st down, it's White. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now White with a 1st down throw. That's going to be caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. White. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry up. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now White. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
White has his man. It's Shakir.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now White.
Shakir holds it in. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, White.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Kamara, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense back out there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's White.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. White looks to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's got room past the 30. And now a pause because we got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. And sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side hoping to guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing. Trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
.35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll look to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Now White with a first down throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's White. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson.
And the Commanders come up with a late turnover.